So why should you hire a lawyer to help you with your driver's license restoration? That's a good question because technically you don't need a lawyer to do it. The reasons that I think you should get a lawyer are, number one, if you lose, generally you're talking about another year before you can reapply. And so that's another year without a job or without your license, without being able to take your kids to the soccer game or whatever, is important to you. So you lose time. That's that precious resource that money can't buy. We all have a finite amount of time and we can't get more of it. So that's number one. Number two reason is it becomes more difficult when you come back if you've lost one or two, because then you have to, with the lawyer, probably undo the problems that created the loss in the first place. The best way I can explain what I mean when I say you should get a lawyer for driver's license restoration is to tell a story that I've told hundreds of times at this point in my career to clients who've come in seeking driver's license restoration, who tell me, well, why should I hire you? I can do it myself. And I tell them this story. About 20 years ago, I was going to represent one of my friends. He called me to ask me to help him out with a driver's license restoration. I had never done one before, and I looked it up, pulled up I don't think it was online at that time, but I looked at the guidelines, what the procedure was, what he needed to do, called him up, said, hey, you don't need me, you can do this yourself. I sent him the stuff from the Secretary of State, and he called me back after the hearing, indicating he'd lost. I said, I'm sorry. That was apparently bad advice that I gave you. So he hired me then to help him with his driver's license restoration, and then this was the first one that I did, got into it. And as I was helping him through the process and getting prepared for the hearing, I realized that there were a lot of landmines in the procedures that they wanted you to follow. And then we avoided those landmines and corrected the things that the hearing officer didn't like the first time. And my friend got his driver's license. But it taught me a very important lesson, that telling people to go on and do it themselves is not helping them. It's actually hurting them. The money that they spend on a lawyer who does driver's license restoration will pay off in the end, in time, in energy, in heartache, etc. So if you have the ability, my advice would be to hire a very experienced lawyer to help with your driver's license restoration. And by the way, we do that. And our policies at this point, after our 23 years now, are really dialed in. We're very efficient and very effective. So if you need help, give us a call. We'd be happy to speak with you and see if we can help. All right. Thank you.